Hey Virgo, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-February 2023 tarot reading. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Just want to mention before we start, if you're interested in a personal service, products, and so much more, anything of that nature, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com, link down in the description below. I just want to mention though, the only way you can get a personal reading or service with me will be from my website and my website only, so watch out for the scammers and impersonators, y'all. I'm never, ever, ever gonna hit you up in the comments via a DM. I'm never going to ask you for money, and I'm never going to ask to personally read for you. So the only way you can get a personal service will be for my website and my website only. Okay? Sorry if that was long and drawn out, Virgo. I am a little tired on this Wednesday afternoon, and I don't know why, because I've been sleeping pretty damn well. Nonetheless though, Virgo, how you doing? Hope all is well. Let's see what we got going on here for you, okay? What's going to be showing up here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout February 15th through the 28th. What information do we have here at the second half of the month here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Let's take a look. Starting out here with the overall energy of your reading, we begin here with the Queen of Pentacles. It's definitely a time of reflection. I think for many of you, you could be looking at things more critically, is what I'm hearing. You could be looking at finances more critically. You could be looking at your life path more critically. I feel like you're definitely being more devoted and paying more attention to something here that really needs your attention at this time. So there could be something showing up here at this time. Maybe it's like, okay, you know, tax season's coming up, right? So it's more time to pay more attention to my finances a little more critically. If it's your personal path, you know, things can be changing in your career field. Things can be changing in your love life. Things can be changing in your friendships. So you're going to notice here, Virgo, like there's definitely going to be a shift happening, and you got to pay more close attention to how you want to ride this wave. Do you want the wave to knock you out and get flipped in that wave and then get carried out to shore, or do you want to surf that wave? Right? So I think that that's kind of the energy showing up here. It's like, are we going to surf this wave of something happening, or are we going to tumble throughout the wave showing up in our lives? So there's more time here to pay attention to something more critical happening. Definitely going to be a big period of reflection is what I'm feeling here intuitively for many of you. All right, so we'll definitely look more into that as the reading here progresses, but that's the overall energy so far. I want to get some oracle cards here to back up this overall energy. So what oracle cards do we have here to back up this energy for Virgo? First oracle card says, 7 heavenly virtues, the keys to goodness. So this definitely could be a time here to incorporate more things in your life that are going to be manifesting good. Now, however that applies to you, do take it how it resonates, but I definitely feel that by adding in more energy that is going to be best valuing you and the people that you love is going to make a very good direct impact on your life here in mid-February 2023. Let's get one more oracle card here for you, and we have here Legends. Learn from those who inspire you. So there definitely could be a time of inspiration showing up here for many of you. I feel like this is not the time to be the teacher, but to be the student is what I'm hearing for Virgo. And what I mean by this is that if there's anything you can learn from other people that can help you out in whatever situation you're kind of critically valuing or critically reviewing here this month, definitely don't be afraid to take inspiration and to take the teachings of others. You know, for example, if there's anything going on financially, like learn from other people, have an open ear, try to do things differently, right? Or don't be afraid to do things differently, right? Because people might have something to say that could really work for you. So don't be the teacher, be the student in mid-February. Other people have valuable things to offer you. And I feel that if you were interested in taking their inspiration, what they are talking about, you could apply to your life and it could be a really good success. All right, Virgo. Yeah, there you go. So that's a bit of an intuitive channeling here for you. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But without a further ado, let's continue here with your mid-February readings. So let's take a look at the current situation happening here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-February 2023. First card out, we have here an Ace of Wands. Next card is going to be the Five of Wands. And then lastly for you, we have here the World card, certainly. So I do think that you're imagining this beautiful, bright new beginning because you're in a situation that you're not particularly fond of. You got here a Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be a struggle. It can be stress. And I think that because you've been pretty stressed out, it's definitely brought you once again to a place of reflection. Queen of Pentacles being that overall energy. So mid-February is a time where something's stressing you to the max and you're like, okay, what do I got to do to end the stress, to end the worry and the frustration so that I can move into something magnificent? Ace of Wands, a new beginning here. That's amazing. Something that you can dream about and bringing this dream into a reality. Now we have here the World card. In order to get to the Ace of Wands, something's got to end first. What has to end? The struggle. Five of Wands. So you're pretty much starting off mid-February here like, what can I do to end something in my life that I'm definitely stressed out with, that I'm unhappy with, that I'm struggling with. Like, what can I do to get to a better place? And that's why you jump into the Queen of Pentacles energy, where it's like, okay, it's time to reflect. It's time to think very critically about something that's currently happening. And it's time to find solutions here, jumping into the second half of your month. And I do feel personally like solutions will be found, but it's been a bit of a stressful time here. So I do think what's nice about this is that you're going to come out of the stressful time here, and it'll be much more of a month with ease for many of you in comparison to maybe January, right? So let's have a look here and clarify a little bit. Tell me about this Five of Wands. What's been kind of the main stressor showing up here for Virgo? We have here a 10 of Wands, and then we also had the High Priestess card come out as well. So 10 of Wands is a card here that represents being burdened. Yeah. I mean, some of you guys could be dealing with financial burdens. It might have just been a really hard tax season, or could have just been a really hard year in terms of finances. I don't feel, though, by any means necessary is this going to be a hit that you can't recover from, though. So if there's any Virgos that have been dealing with financial struggle, it's like, you're going to be okay. I think that you're going to definitely figure it out, because once again, Queen of Pentacles showing up here means you're going to find the solutions to the problems or to the struggles you've been facing. Now, High Priestess card showing up here for you. High Priestess is a card of intuition, but it also could be a card of secrets. I feel like for some of you Virgos, the way that this is showing to me, it's like maybe you just didn't want to feel the way you were feeling for so long that you kind of pushed away what it is that was happening. Like, for example, if there were financial issues, maybe you just didn't want to pay attention to them. You didn't want to bring attention to them. You were like, at the end of the day, like, I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to be stressed out. So it's like you were not giving it too much of your attention. You know, it was almost like you were trying to push it away. Same thing if there was issues in love, like if there was an issue in a relationship you have, whether that's with like a husband or whether it's a partner, or maybe there's situations you've been having with friends, you know, if things were kind of going in a negative direction, it was like, I just don't want to pay attention to it. I kind of want to just, you know, push it away till it no longer affects me and hurts me. And I think that you really recognize in mid-February, I can't do that. Like, this is critical now, right? So something's got to be paid attention to. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with. You know, if your relationship's been going in a really weird direction with the person you're dealing with, it's like, okay, if it keeps going in that direction, it's not going to end good. It's not going to end well. You know, financially, things have been tough. If nothing's getting taken care of, and if I'm not focusing on a solution here financially, it's going to get tough. So this is about preventing yourself from something critically happening, something here being, you know, not so good that you don't want to see in your near future. And I think that this month is definitely going to wake you up a little bit, shake you up a little bit, but you're going to be okay here because you recognize that by taking action, it's going to make all the difference for sure. So you're going to be figuring out solutions here to your struggles and or problems that you've been dealing with. Tell me a little bit about what is potentially coming in for Virgo. So let's see what's going to be coming in here for you at the second half of the month. What's going to be coming in here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. First card out, we have here the Eight of Swords. So that's worries. Worries have definitely been showing up for you. We also have here the Strength card, though. So having the strength to overcome these worries. And then lastly, we have here the Tower. And I love it. Virgos watching are like, well, Aunt, how do you love the Tower? It's the Tower. Well, the Tower is good because something here's got to change. And I definitely feel like in terms of the way you've been thinking and possibly handling your situation is what needs to be changed and switched up here at this time. So, you know, Eight of Swords to the Strength card. I'm done letting these worries overtake me, because at the end of the day, if my fate is really in my hands, then I have to be willing to take action to change my fate. So with the Tower showing up, big shift in mindset. No longer are you going to allow yourself, like I mentioned in the beginning, to be tumbled by those waves that are coming and crashing down on you. It's time to ride them. It's time to surf the waves instead. So you can make light of the situation any way you want it, but there's still, you know, a tsunami heading your way, right? That's kind of how I'm seeing this whole thing. It's like you can do one or two things. You can let the tsunami take you, or you can ride the waves to shore, not to shore. But yeah, you know, and what would be the better option? I don't think you want to tumble on your way to shore. You would want to surf those waves to get safely to shore. So for your month here in the second half portion, I definitely feel like we can't doubt that there's a tsunami on the way, but we have to be willing here to dictate how we're going to ride that wave, you know? So that's what's showing up here. And with the Tower showing up, it's like, yeah, the Tower is the realization of like, yeah, there is a tsunami here and I can't do anything about the tsunami. I can't change what is outside of my control, but I can change my reaction to it. I can change how I respond to the situations affecting me in life. And that's a very powerful way to look at situations. Instead of reacting, if we can all respond, we can truly make a difference. Okay, so you're not letting the worries stand in the way anymore. You're not letting the worries keep you down, but instead you're doing something about it. Knight of Pentacles. You're getting ready here to make a move. Okay, all right, let's see what Virgos here can expect now throughout the rest of their mid-February 2023. What can they expect? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. First card out showing up here for you is going to be the Eight of Cups. Next card out here for you is going to be the Three of Pentacles. And then lastly, we have here a Nine of Cups followed up here with an Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Virgo. Excuse me for one sec, guys. Thank you very much. So as far as what I'm seeing for you, Virgo, Eight of Cups here, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, looking at what you can expect throughout the rest of your month here, let's first touch base real quick on this Eight of Cups to the Three of Pentacles. When you take a look at these two cards, Eight of Cups is the card of walking away, Three of Pentacles is the card here of finding a solution. But what's interesting is that if you're walking away from something, you could also be walking towards something. So the Eight of Cups doesn't always have to exclusively mean that you're walking out of a situation. You could be walking towards something as well. What are you walking towards here in mid-February? You're walking towards your solution. Three of Pentacles. So things will get figured out here for you. That's what you can expect right off the bat jumping into mid-February. And that's the feeling I had here for you since I begun your reading. So definitely nothing bad happening here. I really do think that you're going to start to take your fate into your own hands. You're going to find the solutions that you need to find in order to, get out of a stressful situation and really find some relief. So I do see the good news here working out for you. And that's what I love to see right off the bat. And you know what? Speaking of good news, right? Nine of Cups, you're going to be in a good place here because of all this good news, because you're resolving a situation that's been a burden, resolving a situation that's been stressful. With the Nine of Cups coming into play here for you, it's like I can enjoy myself now because I don't have to have all this stress wearing and tearing me down. And looking at the outcome here with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like now you have an opportunity for so much more abundance because no longer are you allowing that tsunami to crash you and to take you right down this path that's going to leave you mangled and unhappy. You rode that wave. You came to shore. Now you're safe. And now you have the opportunity to do whatever you want to do. So I definitely feel here very strongly for Virgos moving into mid-February. This is going to be a super opportune time to make sure you ride the wave. Don't get caught in it, okay? And I think it's really, really, really going to make all the difference here for you in mid-February 2023. And like I said, looking at what you can expect moving throughout the rest of the month, you're going to find your solution. I don't see why you wouldn't. Queen of Pentacles is a card about having to focus on you, focus on your desires, focus on what needs to get taken care of, focus on your responsibilities. And so long as you're confronting the issue at hand, you're going to find a solution to what you need to do and how you need to figure things out. Like I said, maybe your situation's about a relationship and you feel like the relationship with your partner has kind of been on a bad path. And if me and my partner don't fix anything, it's going to end in a breakup or something of that nature. But if you take the time to recognize what the issues are between the two of you, and you take the time to communicate and to understand them and have them understand you, then you can start moving in a direction where no longer is it going towards an ending, but there's understanding. And with understanding, you build a stronger relationship at the end of the day. So there is a solution here for you, and you'll figure it out. I don't have a doubt in my mind that you won't. I think you will here for sure. Or, I'm sorry, I don't have a doubt in my mind that you will figure it out. I definitely think you will. Okay. All right, Virgo, let's have a look here at some advice from the universe for you. What's going to be some advice showing up here from the universe for Virgo throughout mid-February 2023? First card out is going to be the Moon, and then the next card following that is going to be the Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I think that the universe is trying to say here, first and foremost, tap into your feelings. They're not that scary. Universe is trying to say, listen, ignoring your feelings, that's when things can get scary, because your feelings are there as indicators. They warn you of things. And I think that feelings are super important because in a way they can kind of give us a glimpse into our own future. So I think it's important sometimes to recognize our feelings and to definitely pay attention to them instead of avoiding them, because they can give a great indicator to what's going on, and they don't allow you to escape situations. They allow you to act. For example, right? Think of a feeling. If you're thinking of feeling like you're anxious, why did we have anxiety? Well, why was anxiety ever a thing, right? It's our fight or flight response. So back in the day, You know, if we were being chased, we'd start experiencing anxiety, or we'd start experiencing panic, which is our fight or flight, because it would cause an action. We would need to run or fight. So we would flee or we would fight a situation, because those feelings were indicating that that's what we needed to do. So feelings are always indicators that follow through with action. And if you're ignoring those feelings, action's not going to be taken. Remember, I kind of talked about it with you guys earlier. High Priestess, 10 of Wands. You knew there was a bit of a struggle, but there's a part of you that didn't really want to confront it. It was like, yeah, I know, but I just don't want to deal with it, right? And I think you felt that way for a while. But in mid-February, it's like, I can't ignore it anymore. I can't not deal with what's right in front of me, because if I don't deal with what's right in front of me, I'm going to get caught in that tidal wave, and it's going to kick, and it's going to knock, and it's going to make me do 20,000 flips before I hit the shore, and I'm going to be injured by the time I hit the shore. So you're recognizing I got to surf that wave, baby, okay? So yeah, universe here says, listen to your feelings. Don't ignore them. They're not as scary as you think. They help you out a lot. Let's go ahead and get 2 more cards in regards to advice from the universe. We have here the Queen of Wands, and we have here the Emperor. Universe wants you to be confident in your ability of what you can do. Absolutely. I'm super confident in you, Virgo, that you can do literally anything you want to. If you believe in yourself, you're golden. If you believe in yourself and you take action, you're golden. So I believe in you nonetheless. Universe says, though, you need to believe in yourself, right? The Emperor card, the card of what's in your control. Let's talk about that for a second. What is in your control, Virgo? Well, your actions. What you choose to do is within your control. So the universe is saying, listen, you can't stop what's outside of your control from happening. You just simply can't. But what you choose to do and how you choose to respond to those situations are entirely up to you. And if you show your power, and if you handle all these situations that manifest that are out of your control with confidence, you're going to be okay. So universe is always trying to say, don't try to control what's outside of you, but instead look at what you can do to make your situations better. Look at what solutions you can come up with to improve your situations overall. Okay? So the universe is saying you have a lot of power. Just stop trying to change what you can't and focus on what you can change instead. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get 1 oracle card real quick from the universe in regards to advice, and then we'll close out this reading with the overall outcome for you. Okay? So let's get 1 oracle card in terms of advice here for Virgo. And what do we have? We have here sensuality. I don't know why this card is coming up, Virgo. It's not very relevant here to the reading, but it does say sensuality. Express your sensuality. So definitely could be a time to do so if that's what you're interested in doing, Virgo. Okay. All right, let's get another card actually. And we also have here Peacock. It says raise your standards. This could be a time here to raise your standards going forward. I feel like Peacock is also kind of telling you, like, don't sell yourself short. I think that with the struggles that you were enduring, maybe you didn't feel in the past that you had the confidence to overcome those struggles. And I feel like you sold yourself short. Like, don't sell the ability of what you're able to do short. Like, you are literally a being filled with infinite possibility. You can do anything in this life. You can overcome anything in this life. You can fucking move mountains, Virgo, okay? So I think that Peacock, in terms of raising your standards, I feel like it's telling you to raise the standards of how you see yourself. You're more capable than you can imagine, and start to really affirm that and acknowledge that here going forward, okay? I think it could be super beneficial here for you, okay? All right, guys, let's jump on into the overall outcome, and then we're out of here, baby. So let's see what we got going on here for Virgo. What's going to be the overall outcome of mid-February 2023? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And what do we have? We have here the 9 of Wands, followed up here with the 2 of Cups. Yep, you were in a place right now where, or you were in a place, excuse me, in the past, 9 of Wands, where it was like, yeah, I just don't really want to face anything. You were bottling up your feelings and emotions. You were kind of looking away from the problems that were, you know, kind of hitting you in life. And now 2 of Cups, you're reconnected to yourself and you're working with yourself, because you're recognizing, if I'm in a situation, I'm the one that's going to get myself out of this situation. Nobody else will. And that's a reality. It's the truth. And even if it might come off harsh, it's like nobody at the end of the day is going to have your back better than you'll have your own. And nobody's ever going to pull you out of a tough situation other than yourself. So it's about reconnecting with you and working with yourself again. And it's really wonderful to see, because you're not letting, once again, that tidal wave, you know, come on in, that tsunami come on in and just knock you to shore. You know, you're allowing yourself to say, hey, I got to work with myself so I can continue to ride that wave. Virgo, I love it. Really awesome reading, really inspirational to see you guys stepping up to the occasion here and kicking ass, to put it bluntly with you. You're going to be kicking ass here in mid-February 2023. You know, you're not going down with the ship here. All right. You're going to ride that wave and it looks really good for you. And I think that you're more capable. I know you're more capable than you're giving yourself credit for right now. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. Whatever it is you analyze here this month that maybe you've been ignoring, and it's okay that you were ignoring it. I think it's a human thing, right? I think we all see bad shit happening in our lives sometimes and we're like, yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. And it sucks. So you just push it away because you don't want to feel the hurt. But, you know, sometimes we got to confront what's the truth is. And even if it's a harsh reality, and we got to be willing to do something about it. So Queen of Pentacles coming in here, you know, you're going to have big reflections showing up here for you this month. You're really going to start to see what's happening. But I think that so long as you do everything you can to work on a solution here to get yourself out of a rough spot, you're going to pull yourself out of that rough spot here for sure. Okay. All right, Virgo, much love to you, man. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. I do want to mention, if you are new here and you're interested in subscribing to the channel, feel free to. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. I'd also like to mention, if it resonates, definitely let me know down in the comments down below. If not, absolutely no worries. And also, Lynn, thank you for subscribing to the channel. By the way, guys, for those of you that are like, what is this over here? I do have like alerts for when I live stream, but they also show up in pre-recorded videos. So Lynn, thank you again for subscribing. But either way though, guys, I just wanted to mention too, if you are interested in a personal reading, you can go to the description box below to head to my website, and you guys can feel free to get one if you're interested. Okay. All right, Virgo, have a lovely rest of February, and I'll catch up with you next month. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.